I'm going through a phase where a lot of my enthusiasms are dying, and they're just fading away. You know, I come back, you know, I've loved it up here, you know, in Shasta, and I come back up and there's just a bit of a flatness. You know, to go hiking or to go to the mountains or the motorcycling or,
yes,
you know, it's all
the activities.
The activities, yeah. And there's a kind of a peace with that too. There's just this. It's kind of like I used to shift into gears, and there's no gears anymore.
Yes,
and
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, there's just this feeling of. It's just a new emptiness,
right.
And it's a little flat right now. There's not a joy, but there's some peace there, and there's a kind of sinking into it, and then there's a little fear as. It's like some old relationships, like really old friends. I'm losing interest in.
Yes.
In that, and that there's a little. I guess there's a little grieving. There's a little bit of grieving in that. You
yes.
know? I think it's disappointing to them, and yeah, it's what it is. Yeah. And there's just this desire more and more to let those things fall away and sink into this peace and richness. There's a fullness that's coming in the emptiness.
Yes, that's so great.
Yeah.
That is so great. And I think many people, almost everyone in the room, can really relate to what is being spoken. Whenever there is the reaching of kind of like a new level of it, such that worldly activities begin falling away, the mind will come up with either fear or sense of loss. But ultimately what the seeing is that it was only the aspects in this life that distract. It doesn't mean it wasn't permeated with some love and connection, but the activities that actually distracted you from the deeper and deeper taste of the beauty, that's all that's falling away.
Yeah.
It's like, and when players that there was relationship with fall away, it only creates the space for new players to fill those spots that are more of a reflection of where you are living now.
Yeah.
And yes, the mind will come up with stories of loss and stories of fear, but it's like the deeper you taste it, the less there is a need to move or do anything, because there is a deeper recognition that the beauty is here. There's nowhere to go. It's like Ramana, he never left the mountain. There was no need. Mind can be so subtle with its stories, but anything that brings up any disturbance at all, the slower you become, the more you see they're just stories. And what is aware of the story is the beauty, and the willingness not to follow the story brings that taste of this stillness into greater and greater aliveness. Until there is this recognition, there is no need for anything. I am everything that the character has ever sought.